I feel like you probably want to just play at distance. Maybe Rakan, I think, could make sense.
Yeah, you really, I mean, if you're playing Alistar in this spot, you're just in pain the entire game. Like you're not going to have a fun time. So I really like the Rakan call. And they have tools. They're just not easy ones. I'm also looking forward to seeing how Aiming does on his birthday here on the Ezreal. Let's hop on the rip for game number 1.
And Showmaker with the first strike, his goal will just be to print money this game. That is essentially what he's going to try and do. You can't really shove the Yone out of lane that effectively with Doran Shield, Second Wind, and Fleet Footwork, but you should have pressure, and you should be rich by the end of the laning phase.
This does feel like a very classic matchup.
Sure.
In recent years.
But the grubs will be started by Canyon in return. And the end result of this is that, especially now Canyon has Faded Ashes, this was already going to be the case, but it'll be a bit of an advantage for Canyon in terms of like momentum in the jungle, getting a good amount of XP from these. Dragon takes a long time to do, especially when you're doing it solo.
Use it, so. Yeah, not a lot of action, but now we're going to get some. The level 6 ult comes out, immediate cleanse from Pays, and the stun into Kellen, but that does leave Lahens all on his lonesome under a turret against 4 people. They just wait until he uses everything, and then he dies. First blood given over as well to Aiming on the Ezreal. Okay, we have the soul spawning after they take this dragon, so I want you to make sure that it is not a Chemtech soul, so we don't consider, rather continue. He got all those free mini Krugs, though, earlier on. TP's coming in here, as now a bit of damage coming in onto Chovy, but actually it's Kellen who takes the brunt of that. With the TP, it doesn't really look like Gen G are ready to focus, but now we have Pays moving over, and potential for a TP, but nope. Actually, Keen doesn't have his, but here's the arrow, is going to hit the Lee Sin, and it's Chemtech soul. Ox, what is going on? Pays, oh no, Pays, he's going down as he has no flash and he will be taken out. And I don't care about the Chemtech soul anymore as Chovy is going to be taken down as well. D plus Kia, they turn that fight around.
Yeah, huge team fight win. Gen G just not ready for it. Both their carries picked. Sort of when we have the Rod of Ages stacked, when we have the Manamune for Maiming, it's going to be a pretty nice spot. But also, Showmaker picked up a kill there, going to be having the extra gold from First Strike and his passive. He's going to be a very wealthy man.
Lahens kind of caught out here. Now he's going to be kicked over, and it's Aiming right here. They're just going to gift him another kill. Lahens just in the middle of nowhere. And he gets punished once again.
Yeah, and Herald will get thrown down mid, but the wave's being played out.
D plus Kia just ahead of every single play.
They're honestly playing so well this game. I mean, they're just answering Gen G in every scenario.
Oh. Hangin reading the situation, but we've got an Italy on the top side. Here comes TF, and the damage into Keen, DK, they turn it around. They pick up 2 more kills.
Gen G have moved in quickly to get this dragon, but the TP's coming through. They will be contested. Can they get out in time?
Yeah, that's the real question. It feels like D+ are the ones that don't care about the dragon. The engage a little bit lackluster here from DK, as Lucio wasn't able to find that kick, and now Keen. There's the Keen, he knocks up 3! And that's the end of Braum. Should be the end of Cassante, but who am I kidding? He's Cassante. They're just going to go over the wall here and kill Canyon instead. They say, well, the Nidalee's a much easier target. As now Keen, he is isolated, and maybe even Cassante memes can't save him here. As no knockup, and now a double knockup from him, and Chovy just trying to desperately help, but he gets roped into the fight. And now maybe even he goes down, as everything is going to miss, and he does survive barely, but man, DK are flattening them tonight. Uh-oh. What's this? Lahens caught again. He does have the Braum ult in the choke, but it just doesn't matter. The wallets are so heavy here for DK. It's 7,000 gold almost, and 19 minutes into the game. And guess what? They're not done yet. They're looking for more. As Keen gonna hold on to his unstoppable. Meanwhile, Pays not allowed to back. Saving just gonna throw an ult into him. Meanwhile, and Keen, he can't get away. There's nothing he can do. The 2 ranged champions just hold him down. And now it's Canyon going down here as well. As, I mean, there's 1 Drake and 6 scrubs that went to Gen G. 1 turret, that's it. D plus Kia got everything else.
Yeah, and this is
very rough. That maybe they could have outplayed by some miraculous angle, but we have not seen that at all. And Lahens, he's dead again. He's just dead again.
Yeah, I think this is like the third time in a row he's died without flashing.
At least the Baron's up.
He's just been focused, and he's like, I'm the Braum, I'm tanky, I can try and get some vision down, and they just kill him again and again and again. You know, a 0-3-0 Nidalee. There was a spear that hit aiming earlier, and...
Oh, really? Well,
wow.
Yeah, that's Lee Sin. He doesn't care. Cold Card is going to come out here. They're actually trying to get this play going. Lucid is going to get engaged on. There's that ult, but the kick immediately comes out, and Chovy, oh, he gets followed over the wall. Lucid trying to break his ankles again. It's now Chovy up against the wall is going to go down, and D plus Kia, they bring their giant safe of cash, and they drop it on Gen G. They've only got one kill so far, but they're looking for more, and there it is. Kingen picks up 2. And nearly a kill on Akeen as well. Aiming is not missing tonight.
They just don't have the damage. You know, a spear hits Kelling on the back end. It does basically nothing. D plus continuing to push. We'll see if they try and end here.
I think they should. Even just for the mental impact. Hey, it's your first loss, Gen G, and we crushed you. That's what they want to say. 15 kills to 0. I don't know if they're actually going to be able to end here. We got some really slow health, low death timers, and we do see Chovy has respawned. So DK, not going to end it just yet, but don't be fooled, guys. This game is pretty much over.
Yeah, Gen G trying to fish for something. They know that if D plus back off and spend.
But a lot of pushing lanes here in favor of DK, and they still have total control over this river, trying to get this dragon down as fast as they possibly can. That's the Chemtech Soul. And now, again, the giant save for cash, the flash away, and the kick comes in on a Chovy. Lucid once again breaking their ankles, and there it is. The front line disappears, and the wallets are so heavy for DK. Kingen, it's like Kasate doesn't do any damage. Canyon's still on the run, and still 0 kills for Gen G.
See Canyon trying to avoid aiming, but he's going to go down.
The plants
won't let him survive. And this, I think, may just be the most one-sided game we have seen this summer to end Gen G's undefeated game streak. D plus managed to do it on the back of that one. Yeah.
And on Aiming's birthday, he comes out and does a lot of damage on Ezreal. To be fair,
if it's just for Nectin, I'll be so disappointed. The R5 for Nectin. Oh, it'd certainly be a pick. Ups for the Jax in this situation. Obviously seen a pretty good Jax performance earlier today. And keen confident on that one.
But it would be D plus Kia to do it. And we'll see if that can happen, or if Gen G are going to make the comeback happen. As we are ready, let's hop into the Rift for game number 2.
I'm just talking about it to make excuses as I rifle through. Anyway, but it means if you get that early ward, you can actually hit level 2 a lot earlier than expected. So they might actually be able to, they would typically be able to catch Pays and the Hens off guard, but Pays and the Hens have done this swift move of not being bot lane.
Yeah, I was going to say any lane swap enjoyers in this one is Keen's just going to casually steal a small wolf. He says, thank you very much. That's going to help him out in the fact that he's not really going to be farming much, considering that he doesn't want to be bot either.
Oh, man.
All right.
Showmaker has W, right?
You have to know. Yeah, he knows. He's going to land the leash here on Akeen.
Showmaker's just like, what is this guy doing in my lane?
I mean, Jax against LeBlanc.
I think literally just to get through those first couple of levels and come into lane level 3 even, 100% the correct play from Gen G, so a smart move from them.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, it does seem like we will return to normalcy. By the way, you were asking, you know, maybe he goes the grass, maybe he doesn't. Chovy has, in fact, gone for the grass. Not sure if you mentioned that one, but
yeah, of course he has.
he's going to be it's going to be a bit tanky. We'll see what kind of items he builds. You know, we've seen some differing builds along the path of Tank Azir. Most recently, BDD played this, and he played with Riftmaker third, actually.
Oh, does he?
He decides it is a good idea. And you know what? Lucid and Showmaker just let it happen.
They're like, you know what? You can have one. There's a freebie. You had a rough game 1. Yeah, just, you know, that's just Chovy things. That's the way I'll explain it.
Yes, thank you for that analysis.
Yeah, unfortunately, we didn't get a good eye on how things led into those trades. But I think, as you said, got some alone time mid where Showmaker like pathed out towards the blue side jungle. And now...
Oh, nice flash from Lehens here. And pays. He just knew that if he gets slowed, there's a chance. And now Lucid getting in there. The smite does go the way of Canyon, but now he's being bullied in the river. It's first blood. Big divide comes through. But flashes are down and the chase potential of DK. They're not going to follow up on it. They say, okay, you take the dragon. He's struggling. They have the hawk shot just to say, okay, well, we're not being dove, but we still don't exist. And that's more free time for aiming with this turret.
Yeah, he's going to get so much gold.
Full plate to him as well.
This is the point where I wonder, like, how much value did you get out of Keen counterpick with this Jax? Like, the Gnar is fine in this matchup. And you kind of opted into this lane matchup bot.
Well, they have the ult now, and now an arrow's going to hit Kellen, but he just runs away. Here comes Lucid trying to turn this one around, but Canyon's there. Meanwhile, we got a 1v1 in mid. Showmaker is LeBlanc, and so I would assume he's totally fine. And another fight in the top lane that Kingen seemingly won.
Yeah, I mean, you could have just taken Gnar on 4 as Gen G.
I mean, I think that's fair.
Yeah.
I think that's fine. Ezreal's
okay.
Yeah, he's good. I mean, a lot of times, I feel like it's a compounding issue because he has such a safe laning phase that it's very difficult for him to get behind as well. So we see so many games where he just does this. And Lehens, I applaud you for not using your ult.
Yeah. I love how this graph is like, FaZe is like, oh, I got Shiv. And Aim was like, oh, you got Shiv?
Mm-hmm. Uh-oh, Lehens. He's going to have to ult here, and that he does. He's still being slowed up, and Ezreal still exists as, yeah, he's just trying to walk it off desperately. One more Q would do it, but Canyon is going to take the hit. But now you lost your Alistar in mid.
Yeah, this is what you get for trying to exist. They're going to have to TP Chovy to try and defend this. Down, so...
Okay, Arrow is good aiming. He's going to be hit by it, but he does get out. Lucid is going to have to pay the price, but here's Showmaker. They trade the kill back. Kingen trying to hop away. Spear will miss, and now the kiting is coming back. The kite ability of this DK comp, you can really feel it, but they certainly got caught out a bit there in mid. They've experienced both sides of that. Here is aiming in mid. He takes out the mid turret as well. And this is right before the first Infernal Drake is about to spawn. Did he just steal that too?
Oh my god.
And look at this, the range. It's just incredible. If they get ahead, LeBlanc is just so oppressive.
This is the evolution of aiming. He's gone from stealing his own jungler's camps to stealing the other jungler's camps. Much more effective. That is the direction it is going in right now. It's a 3k gold lead for D+, and they're looking to secure another dragon. Gen G just wasted Herald.
Yeah. I mean, it was about to time out, I think, and now they're looking to take the fight here, but that's an engage on a Mega Gnar from Lehens. He does have flash, but maybe just trying to peel for the team, make sure he doesn't get in, but now Keen is being walked down the lane. And, I mean, you can just play with the Jax. This is what the LeBlanc does to him, and thankfully he gets a disengage cone to survive, otherwise he wouldn't have. Here's Kingen over the wall. Looking to pressure in on this one, just a straight up 4v4. Showmaker does not have teleport, but is trying to come back in this one as...
Wait, Showmaker's still chasing.
Yeah, he's still chasing him, actually. Look at the damage, but somehow Gen G's still able to get it, and now Lucid has to flash away. Lehens is going to flash himself to get over the wall. As Gen G, they sneak away the Infernal Drake.
Delicate situation. Oh, okay. Good. Good hawk shot from FaZe there to scout out the LeBlanc. Yeah, I mean, they do a decent job of trying to force the ult and get him low. They're looking for it here.
Yeah, I mean, they're going to do it again as Lehens does get in front of that, so FaZe doesn't have to flash or cleanse. TP also going to be forced here by both of our mid laners, as both of them will be ready for this Infernal Drake fight as the spears, man. Canyon just keeps hitting aiming.
Yeah, aiming standing next to terrain, so he can't actually see the spear coming. Worked against him, bit of poke there from Chovy. Aiming is going to heal up a fair amount.
Oh, now they engage onto the mini Gnar. Kingen in a lot of trouble, but so is the Lehens. Lehens goes down, just like that. Showmaker sees the angle, and Lehens didn't have ult, and they knew it. As now trying to pressure on a Chovy, eating into Chovy, aiming gets McHale's though. And now they're being walked by both Karma and LeBlanc. The issue though is that's only damage into Keen, and they have heals from this Nidalee.
Yeah, Chovy's tankiness paying a lot of dividends there. But the TP flank coming in,
Yeah, they wanted this move up, but I don't think they're going to get it, and they might just die as well. Chovy by himself. He's very tanky, but it's not going to matter all too much. Taken down. Keen is in the back line here trying to do something, but he's tethered up by both Karma and LeBlanc again. Another one-team fight for D plus Kia, and they will get this Infernal Tree.
D plus managing to navigate it. A great TP from Kingen in the extended trade. Gen.G probably thinking they've won it out. They have in Italy, they have the sustain, but now health bars are low, and they hit a contest.
See if they can. They land that spear on a Lucid, and that might be the angle. The true shot for us goes wide. That one hits Canyon, but now the engage on the Lucid. He's in a rough spot. Showmaker goes down. Aiming has to try to 1v3. He's got a 6-1, but that's not going to work. Aiming goes down, and Gen.G win the fight and the drink. They're finally here as the D plus Kia fans are like, oh.
Onto this tier 2.
No, the ult's not going to hit anyone, and Lahen's just going to ult ahead of time just to make sure. Looks like he thought he was going to be hit by that?
Yeah, I think a big thing with Alistar is very easy to ult too late and just already be dead. So he pre-ults, doesn't end up really needing it, but it does force D plus to back off, and they also built that Sejuani ult. Yeah. Ian will get the tower and back away. This one needs to be denied by D plus. Good poke.
I like that angle, man. He expected them to push out as now they're trying to get in onto Aiming, and there's nowhere for him to go as finally the cleanse comes in, and he gets away, but the Jets flanks him. Down goes the Ezreal. That's so much gold taken out of the pockets of DK, and Gen.G find the angle as Kingen's gonna go down. Lucid's gonna fall. Gen.G will pick up Infernal Soul.
Gen.G in a series.
Yeah. You see the damage pretty high for Aiming and even Showmaker, but unfortunately in key moments, Aiming gets caught, Showmaker not able to do enough. Could be the choice here. It is the hover. Will it be the lock-in? Yes, it will be. GP into Renekton in the top lane. Into Renekton in Italy, I should say.
You know, I like the champs. I like some of the champs D plus have. I don't see it meshing together so well.
Let's see how it goes. Game 3, Gen.G, D plus Kia. You know, they stopped the record. They made their own
it's just like,
piece of history.
You know when you watch your typical blockbuster film?
Yeah.
Starts off all pleasant, and Showmaker ults on top of him. I think he just dies. Also Showmaker go on Presence of Mind cut down on the Ziggs. I'm a big fan of this. That being said, I think they might just be sending Pays back to pick it up, like they've navigated the lane.
They say no, and that's a handshake. Pays will be kept around for now.
A recall for you. I feel like this is something Gen.G have been very good at, honestly, since MSI. And I think that bot lane has been playing so much better, basically MSI onwards, 2 or 3 minutes. I feel like T1 being your big domestic rivals definitely forces you to innovate in how to deal with brutal bot lanes.
Or you got to pick something with a lot of CC in the top lane that wasn't banned.
It kind of feels like that sort of solo queue draft where everyone's thinking about their matchup and what is best for their matchup and not about the composition as a whole. Whereas Gen.G is very clear. I mean, he's got some good wave clear. And he's there as well to give cover.
If Kalista tries to get anything going with it, speaking of which, just going to press R here as the Cannon Barrage comes down, but do they care is the question. That's the RNG, and actually now King is totally fine. A lot of damage already done to Lahen's as now the Ziggs bomb from downtown. Showmaker going to pick up the kill.
Easiest gank ever from Showmaker. Walks a couple of steps and just grabs that cleanup. But ambitious dive. But they don't continue the dive until they die to a Ziggs ult.
Yeah. That's true. Now we're getting a little 1v1 here between Lucid and Canyon. Lucid in a bit of trouble though. Maybe not expecting this. Has to flash away. Meanwhile, Showmaker kind of getting into the thick of it. As, the sapling and a force fade's call. And Aiming's like, man, I'm out of here.
Yeah.
Backing. Extremely good. Throw down a satchel. Say goodbye. Throw down some mines. Now, we do have a lot of grubs going the way of Gen.G. Looks like they will.
Wait. He's... Oh. You know...
Meanwhile, Lahen's is probably dead. He is very alone on the bottom side. Honestly, okay, well, they have the TP, so now they have to back away. So that's just a turret going the way of Gen.G. Meanwhile, DK not able to get too much else just yet.
Yeah, and I feel like one of the hallmarks of teams playing around Ziggs well is how often they can get them to contribute towards towers. That tower bot is so close to being taken down.
Kind of like when GP, I'm going to have to hold that thought, as thrown over the roots, but still going to get rooted, as Lahen's is in a bit of trouble, but does have flash. Can he get away from all of the stuff that DK is using? He's just going to accept his fate, it looks like, as a bunch of damage is done to Kellen, but he just sidesteps the Senna ult.
Easy as that.
And a nice little gank comes in for DK.
Yeah, good play. And Gen G don't really have opportunity to do anything in return.
Yeah.
Grubs in a wave. They should just be able to get this.
This is what I was worried about. I mean, it comes very late, but it's still Renekton Italy. Now, you didn't have to dive as Zig's ult was coming in, but you push him away, you get the turret. It's still the goal you were looking for.
Yeah, Zig's doing as much as he can to prevent these pushes in the side lanes, but unfortunately doesn't prevent the tower going down. You are our late game carry.
That's the thing. I mean, on both sides you have a lot of scaling and then also stuff that works really well early on. On the side of Gen G, it's Renekton Italy. Obviously, on the side of DK, it's Kalista Renata.
You can't force someone to do that.
And that's why Paze is the GOAT. Now, little fight actually brewing up here, and they have Maokai, so you press R, you enable in Italy. It's all the stuff we talked about. The Renata ult does come out, but Kellen's just dead. TP comes out here from the side of King, and they're trying to get on top of Keen, and they will get the reset. Lucid, little angle for him, as now the barrel's going to be hitting this front line, the Hens. Though, not going to be fully committed to, as Chovy is barreling up the river. But Showmaker also did TP for just that tree.
Some interesting camera angles. This tower's just going to go down. 6 point Grubs does that.
Oh boy, and look at this.
Man.
Gonna be Ego caught as Chovy just gonna put him down. And no chance, no redemption for him. And Kellen's just on the run. He might get the little disengage cone, but I mean, kind of still on the chase here. We got a root coming in, but nice fancy feet from the side of Kellen to get himself out of dodge.
Doesn't even have to burn flash, you know. I think Kellen was always getting out with the flash, but the fact that it doesn't have to burn it is pretty big there.
But now they have to back, and Kellen's almost dead.
Oh, hit the engage.
The engage Renata, here it is! The flash on in, and they actually take 2 of them as Gen G are caught totally off guard, but now the 3v5 being fought here by the side of Gen G. Couple of kills go their way as they take down the bottom lane, and now the sweep gets Lucid as well. Gen G, they say 3v5, no problem.
It wasn't even a 3v5, Lance just didn't do anything. It was like a 2v5.
He was there, he was helping.
They just smoked them. 3 full items in the bag.
Yeah. I mean, he reserved counterpick. The issue is that, oh, we have Keenan actually an awkward spot here, but who's trapped in with who is always the question. Another Nature's Grasp is going to come in, and you know what? Kellen's just dead. He's not able to do much. He doesn't have the hostile takeover either.
I found it so funny that like aiming, like he like hesitated there. He was like, well, should I stay and help you? And it was just like, you can't help him, just let him go.
Yeah, Lucid's zoned away from the pit. Can't do anything. It's a relatively slow Baron with only 2 people hitting it, but it's still enough to zone them away. Lahen's throwing in some saplings as well. And some poke over the wall from Canyon might just be enough. And DK, they're just going to say, nope. They send it to Zig's ult, but it's not going to be enough. As Smite comes in, well, Diblaskia, they got to fight over the streak. They can't let Hextech Soul entirely go over for free like the last couple of Drakes. But now Kellen's caught out. Doesn't have Flash. He does have Fate's Call. But the poke is coming in. The Nature's Grasp as well. And now Kellen is dead again. And in goes the Nidalee. Canyon's got Zonya's. As the counter barrage is on top of everyone rather, they're just jumping on barrels, and it doesn't seem to matter.
That was certainly a choice of the direction you could go. You know, if you think of 360 degrees,
yeah,
there's like a 30-degree angle I wouldn't have gone in, and he opted for that one. Big damage on Pace.
Oh,
there it is!
Oh, here it is! The combo, well, it's at least one circle on top of him. Chovy goes into Zonius himself. He's in some trouble, but he gets the divide, and it doesn't matter, as he will go down the handshake on the Keen. He's in trouble. This is the comeback angle for DK. They're going to get the streak as well, and they're looking for more. The scraps. Lahens. He's going to buy some time as he runs away, but he is definitely dead. Who do you give the kill to? GP or Ziggs? Ziggs, I guess.
It's just Ziggs, sorry. Why did I say GP? Of course it's Ziggs. I'm a Ziggs player. And there's not much as the mobile pick you can do against Ziggs ult or GP ult. I mean, it wasn't even GP ult, but yeah. Yeah,
no, just a barrel. And King is dead. He is trying to trade one back, though. He nearly does. Jeez, man, he's got some damage himself. Now with 3 items, finished off for this GP. And you see the position right now. I mean, DK, they're trying to get vision in this pit. They can't exactly do that. Now Kingan's in a really awkward spot. He's got some barrels, but It's going to be denied, and the rest of the team is just being zoned away. Fate's Call already used. Now they're trying to turn on to Keen as the flash handshake is just going to go wide. The flash stun from Viego, also not great. But now Canyon and a massive hostile takeover, but this is a very broken up fight. The Ziggs is alone. Canyon survives. Down will go Showmaker as Keen gets a kill. And that is going to be huge for the side of Gen G. You see the scraps of DK just running away, and Chovy is looking to join up.
Get him out!
Oh God, he is dead. Aiming is dead as well, and there's just no hope for these guys. Kingen on the run, the TP into the bottom lane. They want to end the game now.
Yep, they want to close this one out. Looks like Gen G will not lose a series today. Their game streak was broken.
TP into the base.
No, it's gonna get cancelled.
Oh!
Actually, that's enough.
That saves the game, I think.
That actually saves the game. The wave's small. I'm not certain Chovy could end. I just don't even know how you approach. No flash and pays, though. Maybe the science experiment needs to go now.
They're going to have to throw something into that pit, as they don't have any vision, and they're not going to throw anything into the pits. They'll just hold on to their ults. Save it for next game, I guess.
Yeah, I think they really need to get the Edge of Night shield off Pays. Luden's is a good way to get the Edge of Night. We've seen it before, but if you know, maybe an angle here. There we go. It's down.
They got it.
I think now you just send the ults if he steps up slightly.
If you weren't going to use it on the Baron, you have to use it to save your base. And that they will. Here it comes. Oh, look at the damage! Oh, he gets the heal though. And with Canyon there, he is going to be okay. But look at Kellen, he's nearly dead. And Lahedge gets over the wall. The Fate's Call has to be used. Meanwhile, Keen wasn't even there. He's just taking the base. Doesn't care about the kids that are fighting. And now he's looking to fight himself. A lot of low health bars on his team. But man, the damage out of this team is just insane right now as Keen gets into the back line, assassinates the Ziggs, and Keen is unstoppable in this game, and he will take them down, picks up a triple kill, and that will do it. Gen G, they lose one game, but their series streak has not ended as they move on to 10-0. I don't think Canyon had a bad game or anything like that, but either way, Gen G eventually get across the line.